Hi, in this video I want to talk to you today about something known as atrazine. And what is it? Now I ask you before we get started, please share this with your friends and family because I think that everybody is being impacted by this in some way. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, have you ever just read something that it got you really angry? Well, I have to admit that that was the situation with me. I was starting to review for this video. As I started to read things, I got more and more angry, and I really want to educate people about atrazine, which most people have not heard of, but I think everybody has to because it's so impactful in our culture. And what it does to the human body is horrific, so I really want people to understand what this is. All right, it's the second most widely used herbicide in the United States, only behind glyphosate, which we're going to talk about more in the future, made by Roundup, okay? That Roundup is made of glyphosate there. All right, so banned by Europe in 2003. So they were smart enough 18 years ago to ban this stuff. However, it's the second most used herbicide in the United States. We are not, unfortunately. It's an endocrine disruptor, which we've talked quite a bit about, and that can inhibit or alter normal hormone functions, and it does significantly in the case of the human body. Over 70 million pounds are used in the U.S., primarily on corn, sugar cane, sorghum, soybeans, so most people are exposed to this by food. It's also used in playgrounds and athletic fields, so it's sprayed around there as a herbicide. And almost 90% of water sources tested by the USDA has this in it. 90% of water sources. If that number doesn't resonate with you, look at a map. And you can see there's a very strong concentration in parts of the country over here, okay? Not quite as much over here, but 90% of sources tested had it in it. All right, well, what does this have to do with us? Well, we should be concerned because this study is what got me a little bit angry. Okay, widely used hormone disrupting pesticides put millions at risk. Over 33 million they estimated in this study alone. In 2010, Tyrone Hayes, a professor of biology at the University of California at Berkeley, and a team of researchers, it's a pretty smart institute, exposed 40 male tadpoles to water with atrazine in it at 2.5 parts per billion. A billion is a big number, 2.5 is not. That's how few parts were in it to expose to these animals. Well within the EPA's established drinking water standards, right? Pretty low amounts. Roughly 1/10 of the frogs that grew in the atrazine-tainted water became functionally female. They completely changed their sex by being exposed to this water. That's huge. 1/10 of all of them exposed. All right, well, what does that have to do with us? That's tadpoles. We're different. Another article. Demasculinization and feminization of male gonads by atrazine, consistent effects across vertebrate classes. That means all animal sources. Very reputable, journal that wrote that. So atrazine alters male reproductive tissues when animals are exposed during development. So especially in the developmental years when children are being born, when they're even in utero, this is actually affecting them. And it shrinks testicles and reduces sperm counts. I see people all the time that are trying to look for answers to help with increased fertilization, spending thousands of dollars and years of their lives trying to make this occur. And in large part, this is part of the reason why that's happening, because there's this demasculinization happening to men in our culture, and this does affect women as well. Most of this is talking about the impact on men, but this is horrific what it is doing to our culture. So realize this is really bad stuff. So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, keep educating yourself. I knew about this stuff before. As I read and read and read more today, it just kept getting me more angry, which made me want to take more action on it. So tell others, which that's why I'm doing today with you, and I please implore you to hit any of those positive buttons below in this video to get the word out, to share this with more people. It's huge. Buy organic whenever possible because they're not using these on those fields, direct contact with the soybeans and the corn and things like that, so you want to avoid that whenever possible. Wash your produce very well. Okay, unfortunately there's cross-contamination even with some organic, so wash those well, but definitely conventional. Wash it incredibly well to try to get some of that off, and use those sprays and natural cleaners to get those off. And use a water filter that is certified to remove atrazine. I am actually going to purchase a new water filter for our home because even though we have a well water, which is much better than a lot of the traditional municipal water supplies, those things can be exposed as well. This stuff is all over the place. It can get into your water supplies. So find one that is definitely atrazine certified and removing many other exposures. We're going to talk about a lot more things in the future, but thank you for watching this. a lot of information. This was going to be much shorter to begin with, but I was so frustrated with how bad this stuff is, and I really wanted to give you all the information to take immediate and necessary action for you, your family, and to tell your loved ones about this. Again, thank you for watching today. I look forward to sharing with you in a future video. See you soon.